Hey everyone, I hope you're having a great day. I'm still on my little Memorial Day weekend enjoying my life, and so I have yet another day of hiking and stuff. Let me show you. This is my view right now. So we outside for real. I want to talk about just reviews. And reviews are a huge part of our business, especially as beautypreneurs, right? I literally was able to build my business without like Facebook and Instagram in the beginning because I had a lot of people giving me reviews and I did really good with word of mouth. So you could consider your reviews as like that's marketing that you earned, right? Because you don't necessarily pay for reviews. There's nothing you can really do to make yourself show up higher on Google. But what you can do is encourage your customers to leave you reviews when they get a chance. I remember when I first started out, it felt so scary to ask for a review because you really don't know who's willing to give you a raving review and who's just going to who's going to rip you a new one, right? So you kind of really have to be kind of selective in a way when you invite your customers to leave you a review. So I remember when I was working with one young lady, she came to me for her skin. And if anybody knows me, you know that I'm really good at lashes, right, and brows. But I also do skincare. And actually, I've been doing skincare. All of this I've been doing for the same amount of time. It's just how I put it out there to people. So I remember I was working with this one young lady for her skin. And she had been suffering with a lot of hyperpigmentation. And she still has some active acne. And at this time, this girl, she had tried everything. I mean, she had done facials at, bigger places. She didn't want to quite go to the dermatologist because she didn't want to be put on antibiotics or Accutane. Me and her worked together for a solid year. After I was able to get her the results she was looking for, and we worked together, and she was pretty regular with everything that I told her to do. She was great. We worked together for a solid year. And then after that year came up, it wasn't even after that year, but she stayed with me for a little bit longer. She continued to get her facials. Then she moved on to massage because you guys know I'm a massage therapist as well. And then she went from massage. Then she started doing lashes. She gave lashes a try. And she started doing brows. So she literally went through every service that I offered, from the facials to the lashes to brows to massage. And she's still my client to this day. And this is literally like almost 5 years ago. But I didn't ask her for a review until it had to be the second year we were working together. And I said, hey, listen, can you leave me a review just about your experience? And I left her a couple of reviews. I asked her a couple times to leave the review. And probably it had to be the 6th or 7th time she finally was like, oh yeah, I keep forgetting. I'm going to go home and do it now. And to this day, if you look at my Google reviews, you'll see her review. And it was one of the most heartfelt reviews that I've ever received. So I'll say, for the people that you're working with, especially if you're doing skincare or body contouring, your most heartfelt reviews are going to come from after you get the person results. And I know sometimes you guys want to go ahead and you feel like you want to rush the review. But if you know you're working on something that requires results for the person to be happy, I'd 100% wait until after you've got those results and that person is like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy. And that's a better review for you, because that's probably going to be the more heartfelt review. It's probably going to be the review that really kind of could put a tear to your eye. So that is what I would say, especially if you do anything that requires results, right? Skincare, body contouring, and maybe even massage too. If you're working with someone who's they came with unhealthy hair and, they were coming to you to get their hair fixed or, their hair healthier, I will wait until I at least got them the result they were looking for before asking for a review. For your girlies that are doing some other things, like primarily like lash and brow, I don't put wax in this category, and I'm going to tell you why in a second. But my lash and brow girlies, you can pretty much get reviews kind of instantaneous. So one thing for me is, like, I don't go for the review right after the appointment. And I've seen some places where they're asking for the review right after your appointment. I don't do that because women are finicky, and you might love something today and hate something tomorrow. And if you are working in this industry long enough, you'll come across people who are just finicky. Like, they don't know if they're going to stick with you. They love something one day, and then they'll go home, look in the mirror, obsess over themselves, and see something wrong the next day. So I don't go straight for the kill after the first time we do a service, even if it is instant gratification, like a lash or a wax. Like a lash or a brow. So normally I'm asking for that review, maybe like the second or third time in. So I'll tell you a really easy way to get those reviews for the things that have the instant gratification in a minute. But I want to touch on like why I don't consider waxing something you can, like, that will be instant gratification, even though right after the wax, the service is done and the hair is removed, right? Waxing can sometimes have like a bad reaction. So like if the person loved you when they came in, but let's say they got a rash, it didn't even have to be your fault, but because you did the service, they're going to assume that it was your fault. Or like maybe they got some hair bumps growing in and they forgot that the simple fact that, or some itching or a little discomfort or something like that. You never really know what people are going to say after that first wax. So I don't consider the waxing to be the thing that is something that you can ask for review right after, because it's not an instant gratification service like lash and brow. Lash and brow are literally the only two that I would say are instant gratification service. So here's the walkthrough of how I normally would do something if I was going for a review, if I knew I wanted to ask the person for a review. And again, I would only do this with lash and brow. I would handle waxing a little bit different, and you guys already know if it's anything like skincare or body contouring, I'm only asking for a review after we've hit those results. So the customer comes in, we go through an entire, consultation, obviously, so I can know what they want. After the consultation, then we go ahead and have the service done, right? And then from there, because of how I price things, I always offer a rebooking. They can rebook and they'll get a discount off of that rebook. So we're membership based, which is a whole nother life. And what I normally tell people is, hey, listen, we're membership based. If you book your appointment today, you'll get the membership pricing. No worries. I just want to make sure you're in here because I know you're going to love your results. So they'll book the appointment. They know already they're going to get the membership pricing, which is a discounted rate from the regular price. And then when they come in for their appointment that they booked, right? I'm like, oh, awesome. You're booked. You're in here, blah, 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 blah. So they come in for their second appointment. They're on their second appointment now. So they go in for their second appointment, right? And then before they leave their second appointment, I'm like, hey, let's get you booked again. And by the way, this one is going to be the regular price since you're not signed up as a member. But can I get you to do a review? Because if you do your review now, I can go ahead and give you that membership discount again, and you don't have to worry about signing up just yet. Boom. Then at that second appointment, if they want to book the third at the membership pricing, they go ahead and leave me that review if I ask for it. And then finally at that third appointment, I'm like, hey, listen, girl, I love serving you. Okay, I had to move because Facebook was saying that the connection was poor. But so anyway, so once they get to that third appointment, right? Because we had the initial appointment and then they rebooked at their second appointment, we got our review. Now that third appointment, that's where we're going in and asking them to sign up as a member. And pretty much by that third appointment, most people, you know, they want to continue doing the service anyway. So that's a good time to go in for a membership close if you have a membership based salon. And that's pretty much just how we do it. So you can take that gem and apply it in your business. Waxing is a little bit different, but it follows a sort of bit the same path. They come in for the waxing, and then before they leave their appointment, I'm like, hey, same thing. I do a rebook, and I'll let them know if they rebook. Okay, so hopefully we won't keep going out, but same thing with the wax. So they come in, they get so they come in for the first appointment. We do the rebook sale, right? If you book your price, whatever the case, they book their appointment. And then at that third appointment, we are going in and we're asking them for a review. It's just that simple. So I do like a 3-step process. All right, so initial appointment, they come in for the second appointment, review appointment, and then last appointment, membership close. All right. So if you need help with this, or you want to know like how I do the high-low type of thing, or what I'm doing, what I'm saying actually on that second appointment, we do have the form in the group that you can just fill out, but you can also just text. You can just text us and say, hey, I need help. And you can text 215-431-1168. And yeah, someone will get back to you. Have a good one.